The majority of people who plan to visit Europe usually go to the top cities like London, Paris, and Rome. But if you plan to get off the beaten path, you can discover some real hidden gems around the continent and also save yourself some money. These are 8 of my favorite, less famous places to visit in Europe. Nantes. You've most likely never heard of Nantes before, and that's okay. It's in France and is actually just a 2-hour high-speed train ride from Paris. This French city is actually kind of what I wish Paris was. Nantes has a lot of history, but what really stands out for me is its emphasis on modern art, which you can even see reflected in the hotels, the architecture, and other places around the city. It's really visitor friendly, it's such a walkable place, and if you don't feel like planning out your sightseeing, they actually have this green line that goes around the city past some of the biggest attractions to go visit. So you literally don't have to plan anything, just keep following the line and find cool things to check out. Oh, and the food and drinks here are incredible. If you go, make sure you visit Le Nid, which translates to the nest, and it is like a sky bar that you can have incredible views over the city. Emilia Romagna. This is considered the gastronomic region of Italy. And I know what you're thinking, isn't Italy in general a gastronomic region? But Emilia Romagna is actually where the birthplace of Italian food is. So if you're a mega foodie, this is the place for you to visit. Start your visit in Bologna, which is of course the birthplace of Bolognese sauce, which is actually called tagliatelle al ragu in Bologna. You can also venture to Parma, which is the birthplace of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. Delicious. And if you want some beach time among the locals, then you can go to Rimini, and that is where all the Italians go when they want a nice beach holiday. Antwerp. I actually studied abroad here. When I tell people that I did, they usually think it's in Germany, but it's actually in Belgium. The city is pretty fashion focused, with one of Europe's most popular shopping streets called La Mer, but there are also loads of really cool boutique shops here. If you're into inexpensive partying, then Antwerp is a great place to do it because it's such a big university city. There's even Belgium's first eco club here called Ampere, where they actually use the heat of all the party goers to generate the lights and the electricity for the venue. Finally, get yourself some strong Belgian beer, some pommes frites, which is Belgian fries, and make sure you get a really yummy sauce. Don't pick ketchup, and enjoy this cool city. Interlaken. This town in Switzerland is perfect for adventure travelers. During the warmer months, you can go paragliding, skydiving, canyon jumping, and more. In the winter, you can ski the Swiss Alps, you can go tubing, there's lots of winter activities too. This is where I went canyon jumping, where I did a free fall of about 90 meters or 300 feet into a canyon. It was awesome. The town itself is classically Swiss with beautiful mountainscapes, green grass, cows everywhere. It is just picturesque. Portugal. Portugal has a lot going for it, but often gets overpassed for its neighbor Spain. For a beachy getaway, the Algarve region is really beautiful and very family friendly, but there are also some great cities in Portugal, like Porto, which is the birthplace of port wine, and the coastal capital of Lisbon, with beautiful buildings and great seafood. You could easily take a few weeks just to explore Portugal, plus it's fairly affordable. Croatia. People like Croatia for many different reasons, but everyone who's visited can agree that it is absolutely stunning. The islands like Hvar are great for adventure sports activities along with some partying. And the city of Dubrovnik has really boomed lately because of its affiliation with Game of Thrones, but it's actually just a really cool and pretty city. An added bonus is that the country is pretty cheap compared to the rest of Europe. Budapest. Deemed as one of the continent's most affordable cities to visit, it's actually way more than just its price tag. There's lots of history and sites to check out, but it's also a really great place to go and party in unique bars and clubs. Make sure you go visit the baths while you're there to get a proper Budapest experience, maybe get a massage or two. And I definitely recommend doing a bike tour. It is not for the faint of heart because there's a really big hill that you have to go up, but once you get up there, the views are worth it. Stockholm. I didn't really think I was gonna like Stockholm, especially because I visited in the winter, but I absolutely love it. The city really has a lot going for it. If you visit during the summer months, you'll have almost 24 hours of sunlight, which is pretty surreal, and the locals really take advantage with all-night parties and great city swimming spots. There are also some really great museums here, including the ABBA Museum for those ABBA fans. So get off the beaten path in Europe and experience something different. Let me know where you think you're gonna go down in the comments. If you're planning a Europe trip, I have a Euro trip planning series, which you can watch by clicking the box up here. And subscribe by clicking on my head for more Europe tips and tricks every single week. And I'll see you in the next video.